28 and I'm trying to shape history. Pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me. Line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man. Check my titles, mate, quickly. Came from the sky with the light of day in me. And grew my own wings so the pilot came with me.
Everyone in place? It's like two people. Suppose we're in place. Do we even have places? Yeah, it is your place, isn't it? Can we just get Rose standing on the stool? Why? Can we get Rose standing on the stool, please? Why do you stand on the stool, Rosie? What's going on?
Better Instagram angle potentially, like the inception, back and you.
Gotcha. So standing behind Gresh wouldn't do it. It needs to be on a stool. Hey, okay, now we're getting somewhere. If the stool works for you, let's go with the stool.
Okay, this is gonna be my stool.
Lock it in. Rose, so in future, when I say places, your place will be the stool.
Okay.
Sweet.
I'm gonna break it.
Maybe one day we could film an episode of us both standing on stools. Yeah. It could be a bit of a duet that day. What do you reckon? I'm pro that. Oh, shit. The conversations that happen here in the boardroom. Alrighty, guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Jack. This is episode number 13. We didn't do 13 yesterday?
4.
We think it's... 14. Okay, welcome to episode 14. That's what we said, right? Episode 14. Out of the gate. Welcome to episode 14 of Ask Jack. We are really enjoying doing these every single day. You can now ask questions using the hashtag AskJackD on absolutely any platform. So continue submitting your questions, guys. I'm really enjoying having this dialogue each and every day. Today, yesterday actually, I put up a photo on Instagram asking everybody saying, ask me any questions. And I got a bunch of questions and I thought I'd answer them all over the next 2 episodes. So I'm just going to scroll down through the list of questions, starting with Wondrous AU, who says, how do you combat the fear of not feeling like you know enough to dive into your own business or go further? Really good question. Thank you, Wondrous AU. I like this question because I think a lot of people can probably relate to it. How do you deal with feeling like you don't know enough? I think it's the thing around like, when are you qualified, right? Which is an interesting question for me because I've never been qualified academically or traditionally speaking in anything. Einstein graduated from Polytechnic University in Zurich, Switzerland when he was 21. Got a job as a patent clerk at the age of 23 because he couldn't get any jobs as being a teacher at high schools and universities, kept getting rejected. And then so that was in 1901. Then we got the job in 1903. Then in 1905, he wrote 4 papers that changed the course of history and physics forever. It challenged and debated and rewrote 200 years of scientific thought. In 4 different papers, one being E equals mc squared, the other being special theory of relativity, the other being the Brownonian effect, and one being photoelectric effect. 26 years of age, he wasn't a scientist, he wasn't a teacher, he wasn't a professor, he definitely was not qualified. He published all 4 of those papers in 1 year in 1905. It's called Annus Mirabilis, the year of miracles, or the miracle year. And he published all these papers that literally rewrote how we view space, how we view time and space, rewrote how we see energy and matter, rewrote how we see light from stars behaving, rewrote everything, right? Isaac Newton came before him in 1687, wrote Mathematica Imprimatur, and was considered a god when it came to physics and science. This is a really long story, but it's cool. Was considered a god when it came to physics and science and all of that sort of stuff, who was Einstein's main idol, who wrote the initial universal laws of gravitation. And then Einstein rewrote the laws of gravity in 1905 as a 26-year-old guy who couldn't get a job in academia, right? So he wasn't qualified, but he rewrote science and physics as we know it, and a lot of his work he did then and what scientists since then have built on has given rise to what we now consider the electric world, right? So from this to satellites to any telecommunications to the electrical stuff that enables internet, everything, a lot of the stuff that happens in medicine, we owe a lot of that stuff to Einstein back in 1905, what he created when he wasn't qualified. So don't worry about whether you're qualified or not, right? A lot of the greats did their best work early on in their journey when they were still young, still hungry, still inevitably innovating all of the time, and that's when they did their best work. So the voice inside your head which tells you you're not good enough, the voice inside your head which tells you you're not ready, never goes away. In business, we never have enough time, we never have enough money, we never have enough resource. We need to get on and do it anyway, right? That's the game. So it isn't about tackling your fear, it's about overcoming your fear, it isn't about overcoming self-doubt, it's about acting in spite of it. Really good question, Wondrous AU. Brett Thompson, hey Jack, your thoughts on sharing a percentage of your business profits to a potential A player? Yes, no, and why? Brett, it can be a really good play. Any partnership comes down to communicating effectively and completely transparently upfront all of the different expectations of the deal forever, right? I'm actually going through a conversation like this with somebody at the moment as we look to create a new business in a different vertical, and we're going through all the shareholder agreement considerations. What happens if one party leaves? What happens if we can't agree on decisions? What happens with the voting rights? You know, all of these different things. Now, if this is just a profit share or it's a minority shareholding, then a lot of those things become redundant. But it is ultimately about saying, what do we expect this person to contribute? Quantify that to the greatest degree you can. Ask them to play that role and contribute to that extent for 3, 6, 9, 12 months before the shares vest. Once they've proven that they are able to hit the targets and fulfill the role that we are putting in front of them, then the shares vest, and they might be conditional upon that person continuing to play that role for X amount of years. So can be a really good thing. I'm a big believer in surrounding yourself with people who are smarter than you, more experienced than you, higher profile than you. There's an enormous amount of leverage that can come from that. But if you do it in a lazy way, here's 5% of my company, or could I give you 5% of my profits forever? It's not going to serve either one of you, because we haven't told them what success looks like for them, and we've done your business an injustice because we haven't set up the relationship from the beginning. So if you're giving them equity, it comes down to what's called a shareholders agreement. Have a really important really effective shareholders agreement in place. Let's finish this quickly. And yeah, agree on all the expectations. Now, a bell has just rung. A bell rings every time we change a life, which means somebody actually enrolls in a program here at the Entourage. We've recently launched our Diploma of Business and Entrepreneurship, so the bell has been ringing off the hook. Let's go check out how we roll when someone changes their life. You! Betty Ryan! And everybody, we have 80,000 new guests in this particular circle today. Wave to 80,000 entrepreneurs. We're just filming at us, Jack. We thought we'd come out.
No, Jack's actually filming this. So, all right. So, guys, this is Beverly. Say hello, Beverly. Yeah. Right.
So, Beverly, it's Jack here. How are you?
Oh, great, thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, a big welcome to our family from me and the 20 or 40 people that are now standing around welcoming you to the family.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for offering this opportunity. This is going to be really exciting for us, yeah.
Well done on taking the opportunity.
Never too late.
It is absolutely, it's never too early and it's never too late. Beverly, what's the number one thing you're looking to get out of the process that you're about to go on with us over the next 12 or so months?
I think just being brought up to date with being able to just organise everything, organise the information, and just being able to move forward with all the modern technology, which we're just totally not on speed with.
Love it. Do we think we can help Beverly with that?
Yay!
Lovely to talk to you, Beverly. Welcome to the family.
Beautiful.
Well done, mate. You! And now everyone disperses and goes back to changing the world. It's very cool. So, yeah. So quickly on that, right? Like, the culture we have here at the Entourage is one of the things I'm most proud of. Like in terms of, if I look back at my entire life, I think I'm most proud of is the people that I work with and the culture we've managed to create here. And our first value, you know, we're a very vision, mission, and values-driven organisation. So we have 10 values that are behind Rosie. Check them out, Gresh. 10 values. And the first one is be wow, seek to amaze in everything you do. So every single thing that we do, if somebody enrolls in a program, doesn't matter what program it is, and joins the family, we celebrate that, right? Everything we do, we want to make that person and each other in every single interaction go wow. So we bottle these kind of rituals which ensure that we never take for granted all of the cool things that happen around here. So I encourage you to think about what could your organisational values be, how can you bottle that, and then more importantly, how can you live and breathe that with your team absolutely every day. Okay, now I think we answered the shareholders agreement expectations question. Gresho, how am I doing for time? Fucked, thank you very much. Last question. Priyanka Rao says, Jack, what happens when you have a question? Priyanka, I absolutely love this question because I have many. What happens when I have a question? So I allocate, when I'm not doing the do and working on the business and speaking, and having different meetings and doing things like this, outside of all of that, I spend a lot of time researching, right? Like whether it be Newton or Einstein or Jobs or Oprah, or it doesn't matter. I spend a lot of time researching movements that have changed the world and people that have changed the world. And so I find a lot of my answers through that. I try and learn from the greats as much as I possibly can. But when you do something like what we've just done, which has gone into the accredited education space, we're now offering diplomas. In a couple of years, we'll be able to offer bachelor degrees of entrepreneurship. I surround myself with really, really good and experienced advisors. So right now I have an education advisor that is really good at the scalability side in terms of how to build a successful education movement that can touch the hearts and minds of a large audience. We have compliance advisors, we have research teams researching Singapore and India and Malaysia. So I'm always surrounded by advisors that speak to and that reflect my goals and our visions that we might have for the coming 12, 24, 36 months and beyond. So from a combination of reading and researching and finding my own answers through the stories and lives of other people, and through surrounding myself with, may I say respectfully, a lot of grey hair, I'm able to get a lot of the answers that I need all of the time, and I'm super grateful for that. Guys, thank you for those questions. You can hit me up on any social media channel using the hashtag AskJackD. I look forward to chatting with you guys again tomorrow.